Right, thank you all for coming. Today is a series of things that we've got planned just to try and launch our Back the Boys campaign with the underlying tagline of the push for the playoffs. What we're trying to do is to really engage with people in the local community. I think what we saw 18 months ago, we had a lot of financial problems. We had the big SOS campaign, the whole town got behind Accrington Stanley, everyone had got enthused and excited by all things Stanley, and it's kind of died away a little bit with one thing and another. We want to try and get that back now, get the concentration back on what's happening on the football pitch, and just get out there really. It's no good us sitting up here asking why people don't come and get engaged with the football club. We've got to get out there, get in people's faces, get out with the players, get into the local businesses, community. We've got to get out there in the schools for the next generation of Stanley fans, and really make sure that as a club we've done fantastic. We've got into the Football League and we've got to look at where we want to go and carry on progressing. So that's the campaign in an outline. Obviously you're free to ask questions of John and Martin and Jimmy and myself. I think it's important to say we put on the bottom of this sheet that we're not entirely sure where this campaign's going to take us. We've got some outlined ideas which we've listed down there, and I think hopefully there'll be a lot of involvement from supporters, from people within the club. We've certainly seen that a lot of enthusiasm from within the club as we've passed the ideas around with people here, and we're hoping that people help us to direct the project to wherever they want it to go. I think that's a summary.
Yeah, definitely. Are there any questions on the Back the Boys campaign specifically, or the intentions, or do you think Rob's outlined them?
It is difficult because it's not something that you can give an awful lot of. There's no real story there. What it will be is a series of stories as the events start. Already we've done a bit of work with the ticketing, so it's a series of ticketing initiatives, whether it's the Burton game where there'll be £5 a ticket across the board. Obviously it's a Tuesday night game, hoping to get more people coming in. There's some little initiatives in February. We've got quite a few home games. We've got the one at the end against Torquay, which obviously going to be a difficult one to fill, so it'll be a buy two get one free promotion. So that's one of the ways that we're going forward, and as I say, it's kind of something that'll grow as the weeks go by. Hopefully it'll be supported by results on the pitch, which have been fantastic since the start of the year, and the Distillers going to the top half of the table, and hopefully it's something really we're looking for ongoing coverage as much as possible. If we can keep feeding you the information and any coverage we can get of it, it'll be greatly appreciated. Okay.
Not a great start though to the campaign though, the result yesterday though.
No, it wasn't. And there's no one more disappointed than us. But if you think about Rob saying doesn't entirely know what way it's going, this campaign, and what way it's heading, well, the nature of what the tagline should be tell you where we hope it heads, which is the playoffs. Now, everyone's bitterly disappointed that we lost last night, the playing staff and the management. I know myself and Jimmy more than anybody because I've had 3 hours sleep. I didn't leave here till 1:45. Analysing the video again last night. I was that annoyed about it and that frustrated about it. But it shows you something of what our ambitions are. That if you put it into perspective, Shrewsbury's wage bill would be just on 4 times ours. So they would be paying 4 times as many wages to their playing staff than what we had out there. And we are bitterly disappointed that we didn't beat them because we know we're miles better than them. So the question is then, does money guarantee a good team? Well, in Shrewsbury's case, possibly not, no. But I think the reason why we faltered last season in not making the playoffs was that we got ourselves into a wonderful position coming into February, and when we needed to strengthen the squad, the cupboard was bare, so to speak. There wasn't there was nothing in the kitty. And so when we did need to strengthen and bring in 2 or 3 quality players to add to the squad, we weren't able to do so. Now this season it might be that we need to bring 2 or 3 to push us on again. And you're competing against other clubs who are in a situation where they can adjust the squad. And it's not about buying players, and I don't really subscribe to the fact that you have to buy players at this level. But certainly wages make a big part of it. And to get a top quality player who's going to perform at a great level and make a difference to your club, they're going to cost a lot of money. Now, at this moment in time, we haven't got that money. So the next question is, how do we go about raising money? Well, the first thing you raise money is you raise awareness of what the club is. And best one in the world, everything's gone dead, hasn't it? You know, since everyone was arguing, even good or bad points in the summer, at least they were arguing, at least they were talking about the club. Now it's gone flat as a pancake. And the only thing that we get is the odds, when we have a little bit of a run like we have done, people start to take a little bit of notice. But, you know, we've got to make the town aware that there's a club here that is bubbling, desperate to get their heads above water and go and try and get out the pool that we're in, which is League Two.
Do you think you're better equipped this season to get to the playoffs?
I thought we were well equipped last season, but we weren't able to cope with the demands of a 46-game campaign on a thin squad. Now we've got a bigger squad this year, possibly not as filled with the quality that we had last season. Certainly the wage bill is reduced slightly from last season as well, which was enforced. But we've been quite fortunate with injuries. There's no guarantee that we're going to be fortunate with injuries from now to the end of the season. If you look at Saturday, we lost half of our defence from Saturday to Tuesday. So out of a 4-man defence, we lost 2. Now if that happens again Saturday, we've lost 4. So you have to have some kind of resources to be able to back that up and say, okay, I can go in and bring quality replacements in. As it stands now, yeah, we've got 1 or 2 players who could slot in. Eventually then we're relying on young lads who are possibly not ready yet. And if you want to be competing at the top end of the league, you've got to have that resource to be able to go out and bring in a couple of quality replacements. Or when things are going a little bit stale and you need a lift, and you need to bring a lift to the fans and to the players and everybody around the club, to bring in a couple of quality players. And at this moment in time, we haven't got the resource to do that.
But does this whole campaign rely on the results that you managed to get on the pitch?
No, it's got to go hand in hand. You know, what's the point of us working our socks off to climb the table if no one's going to come and watch us? So it's got to go hand in hand. Now people are going to want to watch quality football. But anybody who came to the Chesterfield game and who came to the Bury game, if you didn't get value for money, I'm sorry, but I don't know what floats your boat. Because you've got lads who are running their hearts out, playing quality football. You know, we're disappointed the way the pitch has turned out. We feel as though we've been a bit shortchanged on that. But it's not for the want of effort, and certainly out of the 24 teams in the league, you won't get a better passing team than Accrington. So the brand of football that we're trying to serve up is good. We just need people to come and watch us. You know, we need the town to gather around the club. And what we're not saying is, listen, we've got a divine right. We're saying we're prepared to make a step. You know, I mean, we can't arrange a game in someone's back garden. You know, that's beyond the realms. But we will go out. We will go out and meet people and take the players into the schools, take the players into businesses, and we won't take the players into the town, if that's what it takes. You know, we're not saying we've got a divine right to get people in here, but we're saying we've got a wonderful product here with a big name. Come and support it.
I suppose it's good to have a good news story come out from Accrington Stanley as opposed to some of the negative stuff that you've had over the last few years.
Well, it would have been easier with the one history to say this is on the background, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing. No, what we're saying, we're giving it our best shot. We fell short last night and there's no one more disappointed, but it's a measure of how we've come, that we're disappointed losing to one of the biggest clubs in the division, if not the biggest club in the division. And they know they've got out of jail and beaten us.
I don't. It's not just a 3-4 month aim really that we're looking for results for. It's going a bit further than that as well. As John says, it has all gone a bit flat. Probably looking a bit further back at all the excitement of winning the promotion to the 2 Unibond leagues and the conference, and it again that woke up the whole town to what Accrington Stanley was doing, and again that's all gone a little bit flat since we've been where we've been. But at the end of the day, we're a football league club. There's towns and cities that are killed to have a football league club in their area, and we're confident about staying here. We want to push on for League One, so it's not just about the next 3 or 4 months. It's about the future of Accrington Stanley going forward for 5-10 years.